Hi everyone, it's me Lori. I'm back with a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about things that I do, kind of like methods to relieve my migraine. As you may know from previous videos of mine, I am a chronic migraine patient, and so that basically means that I live with migraine every single day, and I need to like kind of change my lifestyle because of it, and that's very important for me, otherwise I literally don't have a life. So I'm kind of going to be explaining to y'all what I do to relieve my migraine, since I have found some ways to like help me get through life with migraine. And I've been struggling with migraine for over 5 years now, and I found those methods like over the years. They might not work for you, but for me they do work. And you know, if you're a migraine patient, this might be something that you want to try out. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. The first thing that I do is basically during a migraine attack. So during a migraine attack, it's very difficult to find relief whilst being in pain, and I struggle with that a lot. I never find a way to like relieve the pain whilst already having a migraine attack. It's easier to prevent one than to relieve the pain when you're already in one. And even medication doesn't really work for me, so I needed to find something else to like kind of relieve my pain during a migraine attack. And that is when a friend of mine who is also a migraine patient gave me a really good tip, and I actually forgot it. I'm like back in my studio for exams, and I got the tip at home, which is stupid because I hope I don't get a real bad migraine attack, because it's literally the only thing that helps back then. But it's called Ice Power Gel, and it's basically gel like in a tube. It's kind of like, hold on, it's packed in like a tube like this. This is just on hand cream from the Rituals, but basically it's packed in something just like this, and it's a tube with ice cold gel in it. And I think it's also to like prevent soreness when you work out or when something's wrong in your muscles or anything. You can also put that on there. But when I have a migraine attack, I put the gel right here, so on my forehead, and I just kind of rub it all in, and it gets ice cold. And you might think like, what does that do? But that actually really helps, and it's so good. I absolutely love it. Such a good thing to like, I don't know, kind of, it really relieves your pain, even though you might think that it's stupid because it's just ice cold gel, but that is something that really does a job for me. Next up is yoga, and before Corona started, I used to do yoga every Sunday in my yoga studio. It's like a club, and every Sunday we come together in the yoga studio and we do a session of an hour. Well, with Corona that kind of changed, and I really needed the sessions, and I really missed it. So I kind of decided to check out the videos that my yoga studio had posted online, and I found a lot of videos that were like 15 minutes or 20 minutes, some were a lot longer, but basically that means that you have videos that you're able to do every single day, because if you don't have a lot of time, you just take a 10-minute video. If you have a lot of time, you do like an hour or an hour and a half or even longer. And yoga helps me with just like my mindset. Having chronic migraine can get really exhaustive, and I used to be depressed about it, and really not be in the right mood because of all of that. And yoga actually really helps me with it. I will insert a little clip of what I do when I do yoga. It's just like one of the sessions, but that's like just a little clip so you can see what I do. And it just really helps me like get into the right mindset and feel good about life again. And just, I don't know, it doesn't really help with migraine itself, but because it does relieve stress, and all your worries go away when you're doing yoga, and it does help you like the other days too, not only when you're doing it, but it definitely relieves stress. And that is why I do notice that when I, for example, don't do yoga for 2 to 3 weeks, I do have more migraine attacks than when I'm doing yoga. So yoga is definitely something that does help too. Next up is stretches, and I just want to point out that I got those stretches from my physiotherapist and we did them all together. So if you want to do this for yourself, you should probably find some professionals to help you out with this so that you don't do anything wrong. So I have gotten some stretches from my physiotherapist. Part of it is for my back. And well, it's all linked. My back is linked with your head, and my shoulders, my upper back and my neck tend to be really sore and all like one big muscle tightness, and it's just not fun. They're so sore most of the time, and these stretches help me with relieving the soreness and the tightness like in my muscles, so that they kind of relieve a little bit and relax a little bit, and they do feel a little bit better. And I also have stretches purely for the migraine, so for the head, and I do them every single morning and every single evening. I will show you also, again as with the yoga, a very quick clip of like what I do with my stretches. If you want a in-depth video about the stretches, you should probably link it, comment down below, and I will do that. But once again, it's probably best to go to a professional, because I know these stretches are good for me and my body is capable of handling them. But I'm not sure if your body will be able to handle them. I'm not sure if your body, not all bodies are the same, which is logical. Everybody's different, and you should probably just go to a professional. But stretches is something that I do really advise you to do, because of the fact that if your muscles are less tight, you will have a lot less stress in your body, and it will help you preventing migraine attacks. Next up is drinking water, and you hear this a lot probably if you're a migraine patient or just living a healthy life, is that you have to drink a lot of water. And with a lot of water, I mean, I'm gonna show you. I drink 4 to 6 cups like this every single day, and this is half a liter. That means I probably drink about 2 to 3 liters of water a day. I'm not sure if that's healthy, 3 liters, but it does help me. For example, days where I have to work a lot at work, and I forget to drink my water, well then I suffer from migraine so much more. Drinking really helps me with preventing a migraine attack and feeling better when I do have a migraine attack, because cold water does really help when you have a migraine attack. Something that I've really noticed is drinking water really helps. It keeps you hydrated, it's healthy for your body, it's really good for you, and it just really helps with your migraine. So drink a lot of water and stay hydrated. Next up is basically just healthy living, in particular like living a healthy life. And with that, I kind of mean having a healthy lifestyle, and in particular, basically like the water, like I just said, but also eating healthy and not eating bad food all the time, or food that is really not good for you. I mean with like a lot of sugar in it, or a lot of fat in it. Those things just aren't good for you. And I noticed that when, for example, during my exams, obviously I also have a lot more migraine during the exams because of the stress that I have. But during my exams, I'm not able to like cook as healthy as I normally do. I'm not able to, go to the store as much for like fresh fruit or vegetables. I'm not able to do as much as I'm normally doing with like trying to be healthy. And I really noticed that during my exams I have a lot more headaches and a lot more migraine attacks because I'm not eating healthy and I'm eating too many foods with a lot of fat in it and too much sugar. That is just not good for you. It's really important to like eat your fruit and your vegetables every single day. It does really help me with my migraine, to like, you know, eat healthy and eat your veggies, even though some of you might not like that, and eat your fruit. I do eat on a normal day when I'm like studying, for example, I eat 2 to 3 pieces of fruit every single day. Not of course when I'm working, or I try to, but that doesn't really happen. I eat veggies every single evening. It doesn't really happen a lot that I will order pizza or McDonald's or whatever. Doesn't happen a lot, and I'm proud of that kind of, because that just really doesn't help with your migraines. It all comes down to a healthy lifestyle in the end. And the last thing that I can think of, and probably also the most important one, is to take breaks whenever you need to. And this is such an important one because life as teenagers, or like from your 20s on, I feel like life gets really busy. Like you have school, you have your job, you have friends, family, just hobbies, like all those things, and it can get really busy, and it won't get better as soon as you have a family, because then you have to take care of the kids and your husbands and your household and everything like that. So it won't really get better, like your life, as like how busy it gets. And sometimes you just need to take a break. This is so important. Sometimes I feel like my body is really not doing good and I'm not in the right place with my mindset. My body is struggling and I feel very much stressed. And that is when I will start to look at my calendar, at my diary, and see where I'm able to maybe cancel plans, or, you know, do something less than I had already planned, cancel something for the better. Canceling plans is really hard and annoying, and it's a part of migraine that I really hate. But my friends and family are all aware of the fact that I have migraine. They know that it's something that really controls my life, and I had a few friends who didn't respect this, and they're not my friends anymore. If I'm gonna get disrespect every time that I cancel something because of a migraine attack or because I'm not feeling well, well, then you're not a real friend. I have a friend, and I once cancelled our plans. We were gonna go to dinner, and she decided to just come to my place and, you know, sit with me and, you know, cook for me and do something quiet. And that is sometimes so much better than going out, being in busy places. That does really help. Taking breaks when your body tells you to take breaks is so important, and it's really hard to do because you will miss out on a lot of things. For example, I have a large family, and that means we always have 3 Christmas parties after each other. So on the 24th, on the 25th, and the 26th of December, which is, for me, by itself, that is exhausting. But also my Christmas parties are in the middle of my exam period that I need to study for my exams. So my exams are right after Christmas break, so the Christmas break is purely for studying, and that in itself is really exhausting. Adding the really exhausting family parties, it all together, it always clashes, and I always have to decide which one of the family parties I'm not gonna be at. So one of the 3 I'm not gonna be at. My family knows this. Last year, I actually had to cancel 2 parties because I just had a major migraine attack. It sucks, but it is really good for your body. It's better for your body to like take a break when you need it, instead of pushing your body to the limits, because that's just gonna make it all worse. So these are like kind of the things that I do to like make migraine better and to prevent my migraine attacks from happening. I gotta be honest, it doesn't help from preventing migraine attacks to happen each day or each week, or I'm never sure when I'm gonna get a migraine attack. and this just helps me control my life a little bit more, and I definitely feel better than I did 5 years ago. 5 years ago I struggled with migraine every single day. I still live with migraine every single day, but the symptoms are under control. And I know when a migraine attack is gonna come. So that means that I am able to like cancel plans in advance, which is good. Or I'm just able to take a break in advance. I know like a few hours in advance, which might not seem like a lot, but it is a lot to like prevent your migraine attack from fully, growing and coming out. So the ice gel helps with that. Then I do a yoga session, or I try to meditate. I do my stretches, and I make sure that I have like a smoothie or something ready. And I just make sure that I am in a quiet, dark space. These methods help me a lot with my migraine. It might not help you, but it is something that you might take with you in your further life as a migraine patient, and I hope that you get tips from this. If you do anything else yourself that prevents your migraine or helps you with your pain, you may always link that down below, like a website where you did find it, or just comment what you do, and I will be trying those out, because I always love to like try new things to help with pain. And let me know how you feel about these methods, if you tried any of them, and how they made you feel. So without further ado, that is it. Yeah. So that's basically it for this week. I have nothing more to say except for stay safe, y'all.